We're at Denver, the first bank center for Glory fights, Glory 34, and I'm pumped they're in Denver. I live right up the street, so it's like a 5 minute drive for me to come and watch some great action tonight. I love it, man. I actually sitting here watching with Duane. I want to kickbox, man. I wish the UFC would let me do this because I would love to get involved and start kickbox. I might do like the reverse transition. Might go from MMA to kickboxing instead of the other way around. I love it, man. I'm a big fan of the sport, and I think I'd do really good. As an opponent, I'd have to get more into it. I got so much going on in my world MMA and focusing on guys. I'm you know, pulling to try to get a title fight myself at for the UFC. So it's tough to think about who I'd fight in Glory. But I just watched Robin fight, and dude, that guy looked awesome. He looked mean, looked good. I think he's got one MMA fight, so he'd have to get some more under his belt, I'm sure. But yeah, man, his fight looked amazing. He's built like an MMA fighter. He's not built like a kickboxer. I mean, he's got a judo black belt. He's got big legs and traps. You don't ever see a kickboxer built like him. So he's got the MMA build for sure. Yeah, which I got nothing against Cody Garbrandt. Of course, he should push for the title fight. That's what we're all pushing for. I'm doing the exact same thing. This isn't bad mouthing him. It's more Cruz. He's the one making the decision, and the UFC to let him do it, or for whatever reason it is. It doesn't even make sense to me why I'm not getting the rematch. But I'll get my belt back eventually. I feel like he's coasting right now, man. He's being a prima donna champ, and he's picking the fights that he wants. He's not going after. It's not a sport anymore. There's no point of rankings. Me and him had a very close split decision, controversial in most people's eyes. Most people I talk to think I won that fight as well as myself, and all I want is a chance to prove that I won that fight. I mean, I went and met with the head of the UFC, and they told me they thought I won it. I thought that'd be enough to get a rematch, but it's not all about who's the best in the sport anymore. It's who can talk the most trash and what's gonna be best for the company. So, I'm just gonna have to do what I do and kick people's butt and not worry about who I'm fighting anymore. And I'll knock everyone out of the way until they can't deny me a championship anymore. I'm tired of Cruz running. I tried betting my purse. So I put up $100,000 that I would beat him. I bet 100 grand that I would beat Cruz in a rematch, and he didn't want to even acknowledge the bet. He knows he doesn't want to fight me. He wants to try to retire on top, be a commentator. It's just a bunch of politics, man. He's being a politician. So yeah, it's got me heated. No, man, just having a great time out here in Denver, training with Elevation Fight Team and Duane Ludwig at Ludwig Martial Arts, and I'm excited the Glory's here in town. I get to come and check it out and feel my hunger to want to do a little bit more kickboxing.